I mean, I personally am a little bit biased towards a forced game 3, but only time will tell. It looks like we are about underway here.
We are. I want the game 3s, man. More time to watch streams, man. You gotta love these races. No one wants a tournament to end, of course. You know, it's been going on for about 3 years, but it's all good.
All right, we are getting underway here, and it looks like we have 10 arrows in Link's house. Now, is that foreshadowing for the weapon to come? We shall see.
Yeah, it just might be. What do you think? I'm calling a cane on the uncle, I think.
Boom! We have a cane indeed, and it is a repeat of the Game 1 seed in this sense, as the Cane of Burna is our starting weapon.
Here we go again. What is this? Can we just talk about this?
Time paradox? I don't know.
Okay. So, blue cane, hook shot early on, and I'm confused right now. But here we go.
Did they just generate the same? No, I'm not joking. No, we don't know that.
There's one item different. Don't worry. At least. But in that case, what's next? Big 20, right?
That's always the next item. Kidding me?
There we go. Oh, big 5. There we go. Just a little latency there. We'll get them all situated, I promise. All right, as we continue our way through Hyrule Castle, check on the right side chest here. There's, of course, our number of our keys up there. It's okay. Hippo's playing as Mario, so I'll allow this delayed start. It's okay with me. By the way, shout out to our restreamers working hard. They're gonna earn that paycheck today.
Absolutely. Ampharos utilizing that hook shot to grab that big key rather than having to walk to it, saving this just all the most important of frames.
Got to, man. We've seen how important frames can be in this tournament many times. Alrighty, what will we get? Well, we're going to get here in the darker area of escape here, I wonder. Let's see.
I don't believe we have yet to see the map here in Escape, so that's floating around somewhere. It's going to be difficult for these guys to get a bomb with Burna Cane. Kind of limits their ability to kill enemies with the limited magic resource that thing is using up. So we will see if these guys find an elusive bomb before they get out of here.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And of course, just for those who don't know, especially because even though many of us know what's happening here, there are a lot of people who are just brand new to this whole randomizer thing and don't know what's going on in the first place as they go through Escape here. So just kind of drop a quick little tidbit on you. You know, of course, the goal of the game is to defeat Ganon as always, but everything's been shuffled around. 216 items have been shuffled all over Light World and Dark World. The goal is to get all 7 crystals, go through Ganon's Tower, the dungeon, and take care of the old pig monster creature. But how they will get there, we don't know, because we don't know where all the goods will be. As you can see, things are kind of already out of place with a hook shot in the castle so early. So sit back and enjoy if you've seen this for your first time. It's been really good stuff.
Absolutely. You are seeing some of the best players at this point. So if you are just learning Randomizer, this is your first time indulging in this, you are indulging in some of the best right here. No question. We have a blue goo in the escape here for AA here. That enables the sick kid to be checked on the first Kakariko pass.
Yeah, definitely want to get all that stuff early. You hate having to leave something back in Kakariko, and usually it's that bottle, unless you're a little short of money. You know, you still got to worry about that bottle salesman. But we'll see what happens here as we get closer to that 3 chests in the side room here for AA. But he's got to find a bomb first.
And despite the extermination effort, no bomb for AA. Let's see if that opens the door for Hippo here.
Yeah. It's one of those sides. You want to get through escape once and have to not come back anymore, if possible. They're bombs, but just a capacity upgrade there.
Yeah, theoretical bombs indeed are not the ones that AA was in the mood for, but nevertheless, onwards to Kakariko, Lost Woods, and beyond for AA as Hippo is entering the back of escape himself.
Indeed.
Does not look like bombs are in the cards in either of these prize pools of the snakes or the rats, as we do see red rupees out of the this tree pool for AA. That'll really help the upcoming purchases. A heart container, which is being ignored at the mushroom spot.
Indeed. So there we go. Just a little piece of heart there. We continue our way into Kakariko Village. What goodies will be there. Hopefully you find some bombs on these earlier chests to avoid having to go back here later.
Oh, Hippo does get a bomb in his escape sequence. We're going to see what's in these 3 chests here. I do believe the map is one of the 3, so we're down to 2 items in this part.
What is this, What is this, Randomizer or something? How come they're not getting the same drops here? Yeah, boy, you gotta love this game.
So we got the Ether Medallion and Big 20. One of those a little bit more important than the other potentially, but Amazing will be back to get those as soon as a Power Glove and bombs are obtained on his side of the equation. And we do have some money from the sick kid from that bottle.
That's pretty cool. Lots and lots of money. Needed money. And immediately going to go buy some bombs with that newly acquired financial wealth there.
Yep, putting some money in the explosives market with his newfound funds, indeed, and looks like going to also go ahead and re-up and double up on that bomb purchase as well. So bombs are not going to be an issue for AA for the remainder of this seed, I imagine.
Yeah. So I will be able to take care of everything here in Kakariko with all those bombs and having no money issues here. All right, heading up right above to the chicken house.
And just another piece of love in the chicken coop for AA here, as we see Hippo checking the Lost Woods locations on his side of things. Bottle Merchant has a 20% refund.
What's that poultry? All those rupees there. What do you think, man? We haven't seen a map check as of yet. I'm honestly feeling triple crystal and light world this seed.
That's very. I can see that. Given it wouldn't hurt, given how little that these players have gotten at this point. But just some bombs in the back of the well for AA. Tie that up with a hammer. There's something important. The boots.
Oh my goodness!
And some literacy to top it all off.
What kind of madness is that? Yep. There's going to be a. Well, there goes my thought for the go item being boots. But man, all this good stuff up front, man. I'm a little concerned on a lot of part of this seed here.
So we are just a fire source away from putting Desert Palace completely into consideration at this point. And a lift upgrade as well wouldn't hurt either. As we check the blinds hideout for Amazing Ampharos, we have a heart container. Yet another big 20, dashing over to the third chest, which reveals some bombs, and let's all tie that together with 50 rupees on top.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to, that was the real hype cave as far as I'm concerned. I don't know how that's gonna beat that one, I tell you. Man, oh man. So at least we'll be the speed through here. Man, we are quite wealthy in this seed. Man, with a pair of flippers here, we don't have to worry about Zora at all.
Absolutely. Let's see what we got sitting on a shelf. It is a heart container, and AA also going to turn away from that one as well.
Man, these players don't need any health. We may as well make this a one-hit knockout. They're all right.
Big 20 is your race game reward. That will also be foregone from AA on to other locations, presumably the Southern Light World spots, while Hippo gets his rather impressive bounty out of the well as well.
Mm-hmm. Huh, so you did a well as well. Indirect puns. Man, oh man. I wonder where the first stop is going to be right now. You know, right now we can get into, obviously, we can get into Desert and Eastern, but we can't clear them. Of course, we don't even know if it's a pendant or crystal yet either.
Oh, AA trying the hookshot clip. Didn't time it just so, and we'll need to come back to get that chest. Not able to get the 2-for-1 here. Not a big deal, but not preferable from AA side for sure.
Yeah. All these people in their little strats here. Those things add up to time saves, I'm telling you, man.
And money, money, money everywhere. It's 20 rupees for AA, 300 from the sick kid, and it's just amassing that college fund for Link here. Which is unfortunately probably just going to go straight to King Zora at some point. Oh well. Let's check what we got in the mini Moldorm cave for AA here as soon as he pokes these guys with a couple of hook shots here.
Let's see. Well, starting with silvers. Can we get a bow along with that?
And there's our first lifting upgrade as well, along with some other ancillary pickups. But silvers and power glove are your big highlights at a mini Moldorm cave. So let's see. It looks like AA is going to go ahead and dash on over to Ice Rod.
Yeah, go ahead and get this out of the way. Check out the way done. And man, oh man. So just with us having one lamp, you know, we'll have the ability to clear almost all of Death Mountain here. Or at least access most of it. Yeah. By the way, just to let you all know, that we do have a little sync here. There's nothing going on, you know. That we're working on the sync currently. There was a little issue that resolved, and you know how technology breaks when you're trying to do stuff. You know how that works, and unfortunately, it happens on real-time stream. So trust me, they are working behind to get this situated so that we can have these players in sync. Feel free to blame Mixer for these issues. Thank you. See.
So let's all just have a nice long gaze at Hippo's side of things, as that's the one currently in motion right now. And Hippo also very nice dispatching of those mini Moldorms with the hookshot. We'll be collecting the power glove and the silver arrows right now.
Indeed. See, we are giving you all what you all want, sync. So you and us, we all won't go crazy. We'll all be sitting here nice and happy and won't get gray hair. No, they're not using Mixer. It's a jokey joke. Ha ha, humor. Alrighty, so of course you'll see Hippo make this trek over here as well. Almost getting this item will be almost be in sync as a result of this, eh?
Almost. Octorok certainly doing their best to try and sync this up as close as possible. Hippo having other plans here, as we're going to see what's in the Ice Rod cave here on Hippo's side first.
Indeed. Already, behold, there be sink in these parts.
And some digging in these parts as well, as we get the shovel out of Ice Rock Cave, and we do have a check. And your call of 3 crystals is true with a red crystal at Eastern.
That's right. I think it was.
Looks like we're going to have some fake flipper shenanigans from Hippo here, and let's see what we can get out of logic here.
Yep. Yeah. So, by the way, the red crystal was, I believe, that was in the desert. So, of course, the red crystal being one of the 5-6 crystals from the vanilla game. Get those 2 red crystals. That gives you access to the Fat Fairy on the side of the pyramid for those 2 chests that are there now. Of course, Hobo on the bridge not providing too much. Of course, it does give him extra health, which is not too bad.
And good Lord, Hippo is walking on water.
Oh, my mama. How does he do these things? So, conveniently, with us having all this surplus of money here, we can take care of everything in the waterfall area, in Zora's area. Starting with Waterfall Cave, which is, well, okay, we've got a net there.
We're going to see bonk rocks from AA, just a piece of heart.
My. So again, for those who don't know, this walking on water is not a normal thing. You know, in case you're new to this game, it is a glitch in this game. Normally, if you take damage in this particular state, you'll actually soft lock. You basically jump in the water right before you screen scroll, and the game doesn't know what to do, and you can just swim even though you don't have flippers. But in the case of the randomizer, if you get hit, you take a death.
And we've got a flute on Lumberjack Ledge.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Man, oh man. But I tell you, where to tell you.
So if Meyer happens to be one of the remaining crystals, that is an AGA required seed, and no amount of shenanigans is going to get around that one.
See, that's what you all wanted. You wanted more race time, and potentially you might have it. And AA is going to do this in the dark here. I'm going to go ahead and get the uncle. Again, breaking logic here, because this is not in logic yet without having flute, which obviously we just saw where that is, or having lamp. And but he'll be rewarded with being able to check quite a bit of number of items here.
Absolutely. All of Death Mountain at this point at AA's disposal here with hammer and hookshot. So, and that includes a potential Hera check. Lacking a fire source to complete that at the basement ends up being required, but we'll see. And there's a sword from the old man.
Not a bad consequence there for doing that in the dark here. So here we go. So again, we do have access to Hera as well, but of course, if we have to worry about that basement, we're not going to be able to clear it until we have to find a fire source, which could be up here. Especially if the logic had you required to go to Aga first to get Flute to come up here.
Absolutely. So that's a very much out of sequence, but that is perfectly fine from A's concern. Meanwhile, Hippo getting the Titan's mitts from Sahasrala's garage here. So we've got some developments on both sides of the equation.
Sasha Rahashala. That's it right there. Man, these little caves are loaded lately, man. What's going on here? But I tell you what, so just to see how these run. Looks like A is going to back out. Well, he's going to go back and get his health here, save the time.
Hippo zipping his way into Eastern Palace. Can't complete it currently. Does have one half of the means of completing it, but not the means to fire him. So we're going to see what we have in Eastern Palace. Meanwhile, AmazingAmpharos is going to go ahead and check East Death Mountain at this moment.
Yep. And of course, we got a ton of items over here. You know, there's Moon Pearl for Hippo. Man, oh man. That is that's Dark World access.
It
Combined. Well, not even combined, actually. That is for them. Definitely has access.
He's got it, and a whole lot of access along with that Titan's Mitts to boot. So this Eastern Palace play coming up huge right now for Hippo. Let's see if Paradox Cave can match that for AA here.
Man, this is going to be really interesting, man. I'm really curious if that flute will come into play here. You know, just one reward, especially already having boots here. But again, we could still have a required item sitting in Maya, regardless of whether it's a crystal or pendant or not. So.
We got 2 swords now in Death Mountain with AA picking up the Master Sword out of Paradox here. So not much that I could tell beyond that, but that's a pretty major pickup here as far as offensive capability is concerned for AA.
Yeah, 2 swords, man. That's pretty rare to see 2 swords on a logic break. That's interesting. But when you have such a plethora of items to get up here on Death Mountain, I mean, just like 8 up there, and you still got a couple inside of Error.
Looks like we got 50 rupees in the island, so that will be us likely all we're going to see of those. And it does look like AA is going to now. AA can go ahead and do an ether tablet check right now. Let's see if we can get that before the Hera dive.
Sure can. Get that out of the way. Let's see what's here. Meanwhile, Hippo's in the dark as well. Everybody's breaking logic here, but not expected. Or should I say, not unexpected at this level of gameplay here, man. We don't have time to worry about light sources. We got to go, you know? And you're going to see that from these top 16 players for sure. Hey, we'd probably love to find a big key here. And, well, there it is.
Wish granted for AA. No, at the moment, no basement necessary, but we shall see if the remaining items follow through on that promise.
Yeah. And, well, that's cool. So it happens. And looks like Hippo's going to head over to Dark Road here. So we get our first glance of what lurks in Dark Road. We have Forced. Remember Forced Aga? I'm going to find out here.
All eyes on Meyer, and it is a pendant. That lumberjack ledge will likely not be needed unless something's buried in Meyer.
And we had our green over there on Pod. So far, not likely, but yeah, you never know. We might have something in Meyer or in the shed, so we'll have to see.
And looks like Ice Palace is our remaining pendant as well. So we got a little bit more of an idea of what these players are going to be looking for the next hour and a half.
Yep. So probably our most valuable item there, maybe a nice little lime potion there. Other than that, yeah.
Well, the other caves picked up the slap rolled hypey.
Yeah, not too impressed. So Hippo's gonna make his normal check again. Going this way, gonna make his way kind of clockwise into Thieves Town here. We're gonna check out Stumpy and see if he's holding anything of value.
Well, a very nice kill of Trolldorm from AA, and I do believe that would mean a required basement item there with that item, with that map pickup. So without a fire source, that's going to have to be left behind for the time being from AA.
Yeah, that's the stuff you don't want to see here. Hopefully it's not going to be something that he'll need to come back and get, but pretty sure he's going to delay that for a while. So more minigame action here. Digging game for Hippo. Again, this can be anywhere from the 1st to the 30th dig to reveal that item, signified by the secret sound, for those who may not know. And we're heading quickly up to that 30, aren't we?
Yep, 25 digs to reveal the red rang, which Hippo wants nothing to do with.
No entrance, I tell you, man. And of course, getting just aero capacity upgrade out of Spiral Cave there. Looks like A is going to take care of this shoe location, going to King's Tomb here. Yeah, all these little single little checks. They can be annoying because, you know, you have to kind of go there. But at least they have boosts to go quickly to them. But you never know when there's something good there lurking behind one of those locations.
Yep, and it seems like that king was not really well liked by his constituents with 5 rupees to be found there. Meanwhile, we got AmazingAmpharos going to pick up his Titan's Mitts from Sahasrara here right about now.
Yep. And Hippo is heading back over. Looks like he's gonna head back to Darwin here. Want to get that check out of the way. And actually, maybe he doesn't realize that he has Titans here. Well, okay.
We're getting a ped check, it must be.
It must be, because otherwise we're gonna be going this route, and indeed we are. So yo, get hype chat. The stuff that you all love so much, you're gonna get one of them right now to see if you need to worry about that mire. At least this route.
Oh, we got a bed seed!
Oh, pedestal!
Which means this is an Aga seed as well.
Pedestal and Aga in one. Oh, my life is so complete right now. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, but check, y'all, go make some popcorn. This is gonna be good tonight.
Get that popcorn ready, y'all. We are in for some fun.
Oh man, double the pleasure, double the fun, man. Oh, this is too good. I'm just as hype as I could be. So, in case you missed it, why weren't you paying attention? Fire rod. We got a master fire rod. And of course, because in order to get that fire rod, we have a pendant on Mire. And to get Mire, we need Flute, and Flute is on Lumberjack. So hence, fourth and forevermore, this turns into a Ped seed and an Aga 1 seed at the same time. Oh, joy. You know? Oh, man. All dungeons, man. We got a new category here. All dungeons randomizer. Let's go.
Let's go indeed. And Hippo going to go ahead and see if we can get out of Skull Woods while he's in the neighborhood here. Obviously won't be able to get the fire rod, as we know where that thing is located for now, so this will not be completed in one go, but let's see if we can get some of these items while we're in the neighborhood for this place.
Of course, one thing to point out here is that AA does not know this yet. You know, Hippo already has this knowledge here, so the longer and longer it takes for A to realize that, I need that fire rod.
And Hippo's probably wondering, hey, where are these swords exactly? Little does he know, but we are able to know that 2 of them are out of logic in Death Mountain. So, and
right now, Hippo's about to be out of health if he doesn't get this bomb jump. He's gonna probably go in and out, and I ain't gonna worry about it.
Gonna do it the old-fashioned way. Understandable.
Yeah.
That is a two pixel window to set that up without the benefit of boots. It is not fun and can be quite frustrating, especially without the sword to help guide you.
Yeah, one thing about it is that, you know, both of them know Flute. They both seen Lumberjack, but Hippo knows that, well, there's that lamp sitting there. Man, this is so interesting. They could combine their powers here right now. But A does not know about that fire rod yet because he hasn't checked the pedestal. Man, oh man. So here we go. So with that lamp in play, you know, we've got quite a bit of access now. Of course, all of Death Mountain's on logic on the light side. Dark side access, of course.
And it looks like AA is going to be following Hippo's lead here. Now, whether a ped check is on the agenda, we will soon find out here. But going to be heading to the similar region all the same here. And let's see what we have for the chess game for Hippo. A single bomb and a piece of heart, which gives him a refill. Nicely timed.
So here we go into Thieves Town we go.
All right, so that along with the guaranteed big key, we can only get 2 items in this first quartet here out of Thieves Town for Hippo.
No, AA did not check the pedestal. It went right into Thieves Town as well. So let's see how that lack of knowledge may play off here. You might just... It's one of those things, man. Either one's required somewhere. You got to get it done. But AA is not forced to do it by knowledge anyway. Not for him anyway. Of course, Hippo's going to have to do this with... Hippo's going to have to do hammer and hookshot stress throughout this dungeon here.
It's like just some money and dungeon items, and the single arrow, of course, in the front of Thieves Town.
I'm telling you, man, it wasn't almost required for them to go to Maya first just to get a lamp to have that Dark Road access, because that just opened up the logic to get those 2 swords. That's wherever the rest of them are. That's crazy though.
Yeah, Swamp looked like Swamp is definitely early on the logical progression chart here, but these players, at least AA for the time being a little illogical for the time being. So Hippo, without the benefit of sword, using this hammer nicely to continue on here, still has yet to take any damage yet without the sword. And a very nice Hellway from Hippo there. The nice
God pixel?
The God pixel indeed. That is very impressive.
Take notes, you all. I'm telling you.
Yeah, just do that. That.
Just do that every time you play. You don't have to worry about anything. Yeah, so here we go. Making his way, taking care of this blind fight. Of course, interesting enough, you know, hammer is pretty doggone powerful anyway. Oh, well, there's our first sword for him.
Yeah, that's going to be a tempered sword for AA here coming up, but certainly sight for sore eyes for Hippo at this point. Nicely appreciated for sure to take out blind the conventional way.
Yeah, unfortunately, regardless of sword level, it's still going to be the same number of hits as we all know, right? We all know these things. 9 hits regardless of sword. Hammering blinds, probably. Yeah, hammer blind, yeah, I tell you. Hammering bosses, unless you're playing Helmet Sword, I tell you, man, I'm not a fan of it myself.
Yeah, it's it's no fun. It's certainly no fun. And we need to be careful here on the A side, down to 2 hearts here. Any direct hit from these guards will spell A's doom here, so I need to exercise some caution right now. And Hippo taking some damage here on the way to blind.
Yeah, we're in the back here. You know, we're on green mail here, so of course we don't have any access to the big chest room. Hopefully, we don't have to worry about it at all here. I'm not sure on the item count. Do we have our items yet?
It looks like blind will have the last item. I do not believe it is possible for blind to carry the big key in his possession, so it's going to be the last item on blind.
And here comes that fight, which I'm sure these players at this caliber level should be not even phased by it. You know, we do have the cane just in case things get bad, but one phase left and going to go king strats here. Whew. Can't blame him on that one. Get the kill done. And of course our 4th item is rather disappointing.
Yep, pretty much the sword was the highlight of this dungeon, along with the crystal, of course.
Yep. So for some reason, as if you just joined this seed or joined this channel, do we have a good seed for you here? For those who missed it, Lumberjack has the flute. There is a pendant on Meyer, but the fire rod is on the Master Sword pedestal. Just comprehend all that right now. And of course, Skullwoods is a pendant. Should I say is a crystal. So, yeah, do the math there.
Yeah, I am processing all that, and I'm just feeling pain on behalf of these runners as to what they have to experience now. Basically 100% seed at this point to get to that game 2 victory here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we have in theory an all dungeon seed here. Every boss will have to be defeated in this one. So far we've had a sword. We've got one sword in where we have Thieves Town. We've had 2 up on Death Mountain. So the lamp was actually found there in the big chest in Skull Woods. For those who are asking about that one.
Looks like Hippo going to go ahead and make his way towards Death Mountain in logic this time. And we'll be able to take care of a good bit of it with those Titan's Mitts in possession. Going to be able to take care of both Light and Dark World Death Mountain in one fell swoop here.
Indeed, yeah. Being able to get that dungeon crystal that AA could not get without having lamp. Of course, right now, AA doesn't even know the fact that the fire rock is on the pedestal. He hasn't checked it yet. So all he knows right now is that there's a pendant on Meyer and that the flute is on the lumberjack, but he doesn't know that eventually he'll have to do everything because of that fire rod requirement. Well, I tell you, man, if you could just combine the knowledge of what both players know right now together.
If only. Looks like we're going to AmazingAmpharos in the process of taking Jeremiah on a Dark World tour right now of Hyrule. Very nice.
Yeah. Go ahead and check a not so amazing hype cave here.
Yeah, you might want to hold off on this hype cave. It's not really. It's kind of the low point of this tour. There's the green potion. That's going to be pretty much the long and short of this one.
Yeah. So, of course, right now the frog obviously needs to be dropped off at the lumberjack. I'm sorry, at the swordsmith, but no mirror, and of course, he's gonna have to take care of all his checks while he can, and then of course save and quit to go back and drop off our lovely bullfrog friend.
Yep. For those that aren't aware, you do retain your follower on a save and quit. So if you don't have the means of conveniently taking your follower to their intended destination, you may as well go ahead and take them on a little bit of a trip and do what you can before you do your next save and quit.
Indeed. So there we go. We got our swords matched up now. Both of them sitting there with temper. Nice little Cheeto sword. And we're going to check that pyramid there.
A very nicely executed bomb jump by Hippo to go ahead and get on over to the top of Death Mountain here. And I imagine we're going to see a Tower of Hera visit here from Hippo's side of the things here very shortly.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, we don't want to take the frog to lumberjack. I'm sorry. We're not preparing like any kind of biology experiments here. I'm sorry.
Oh man, those repressed memories coming back in force. Meanwhile, we got AmazingAmpharos going to go ahead and visit the catfish. So we got all sorts of wildlife going on here for AA.
Man, that frog has to be tired, man. I don't think I've actually seen a frog this far out of its habitat before.
Make that 11 hearts for Hippo with that piece of heart out of the ether tablet. And we're going to see what we got catfish providing us today. It is just some more cash.
It puts us in 4 digits here. We're going for a high rupee score count or something. All right, so our frog has evolved.
Well, our blacksmiths are soon to be reunited. Interesting to note, Hippo will be able to complete Tower of Hera with the lamp light source. So if he so chooses, we can get a full clear of Hera at this point. Something that AA did not have the luxury of being able to do on their respective visit.
Yep, indeed. And I give them a second crystal to be tied in crystals here, but they've got a lot of work to do in this one, that's for sure. All right, so let's see what the swordsmiths are going to prepare for them today.
Just some bombs as the thank you for the reuniting of the Smiths. And let's see, it looks like AA. Maybe now we get a ped check from AA at this point.
Yeah. You might be curious as to what's going on here. Or maybe we go in the dark world. So he might be heading up to Skull Woods, which he is. So, of course, he might be hoping he maybe can glance at the mirror. He's not going to check the pedestal yet, so he'll have to actually do another second quick to even have a chance at this. But in the meantime, he'll figure out what's up front.
2 spins and down goes Moldorm, providing the map, and that confirms once again that there is an item buried in that basement. Meanwhile, AA taking a little bit of a dive there, but onwards to get the big key and beyond here for AA.
Yeah, so of course, obviously there are tons of items that we hope to be able to find in the basement and things we need at some point. Obviously we need flippers at some point. We're going to find ice rod. We got a medallion we need to find. We got to find Bombos, I believe. So for those in chat, pedestal requirements are to find all 3 of the pendants. That gives you access, and of course, access to the Master Sword pedestal. Right now, they're scattered between Pod, Ice, and Meyer. So very, very interesting requirement on that one.
Yep, AA having a little bit easier time with that bomb jump, gets their lamp, and is done with Skullwoods for the time being.
Yeah. But I'll tell you one thing, AA is going to have to, I don't know when it's going to become a realization to him, but, if he doesn't do a Master Sword pedestal check here, he's kind of in the blind here about, oh boy, I need to go, take care of that at some point.
A lot of speculation on who's ahead right now. It's really difficult to say when we got such divergent routes. One thing we can say for sure, Hippo is definitely in the lead as far as the information game is concerned.
Yeah, and the reason that we have to worry about Bombos right now is that because Master Sword pedestal is the fire rod, we're not going to be able to get past that first room, so the only alternative would be Bombos. So we're going to have to find Bombos to take care of ice to get the fire rod that we need.
Absolutely.
That makes my head hurt, man. You need to write that down on a sheet of paper here.
Well, AA collecting the lunchbox and immediately saving and quit without the mirror. That's the most you can do at this point. So we're going to see what we have at the purple chest here. Meanwhile, Hippo getting their Spiral Cave reward here.
Yeah, this is sometimes, when these players have obviously played hundreds of seeds, most like thousands possibly, and just, sometimes you get one of these seeds where it becomes you got to do everything seed, your virtual hundo seed almost. And that's kind of what we're looking at here almost, it seems.
Aero capacity upgrade in the lunchbox for AA, and AA is going to go ahead and segue right into Desert Palace here.
Yeah, Chester disappointed this seed here.
Half magic on the desert ledge.
That's a nice thing to have there, I tell you that. Not required, but definitely welcomed.
While Hippo continuing his Death Mountain sweep now onto the Dark World side of things, getting just a big 20 and a heart container out of the Super Bunny Cave. Looks like we're going to get a medallion check of TR along with Hookshot Cave up very shortly.
Yeah, this could be very interesting depending on what medallion shows up here. Well, Ether already in play here. But of course, we can't do anything with that dungeon.
Well, you say that.
Of course, let me just drop this outside somewhere. Oh, gee, I tell you. So that gives us...
There's a gold sword to boot, by the way.
Yeah. So all 4 swords in place. So we have access in the dungeon. Of course, we don't have fire rod or ice rod. Obviously, we know where fire rod is sitting on the pedestal, and ice rod is still yet to be found.
Oh god, I just had the dread foreboding of Ice Rod and Mimikay or something gnarly like that.
I'm with you, man. That's exactly what I'm thinking right now. I'm thinking even worse, just ice rod all the way on Laser Bridge to go all the way back out. Just I love this game.
Well, as far as this game concerns, I love watching it. Oh my goodness.
This is not the seed I want to play myself, but I enjoy watching someone play it. How about that, right?
Absolutely. It's I'm not gonna make the comparison I was about to. Anyways, we got Hippo starting his ascent up Aga Tower. AmazingAmpharos discovering that Desert Palace would have been boots locked. That is clearly not going to be a concern for him, as boots are the least of his concerns. And we're going to see him looks like going to go ahead and collect that half magic and maybe go ahead and take care of Lambo in this process.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I feel the urge to recap so if you missed it, what's going on right now? Right now we have a flute. Why is Hippo doing Aga 1? Because there's a flute on Lumberjack. The issue is there is Mire. Mire is a pendant dungeon, but the Master Sword pedestal has Fire Rod. So we need to literally do all the pendants to get that Fire Rod, and of course we need that flute in order to get the Mire to get that pendant. And because Fire Rod's there, we're gonna have to probably find something else. But we're gonna have Fire Rod already for ice now. Not to necessarily worry about bombos. But, or do we? There's too much going on right now. It's Hundo Seed. But of course, AA does not know that Fire Rod is on Master Sword pedestal. He has not done a pedestal check, whereas Hippo has.
So did you get all that? Good. Let's go.
Yeah. And we gotta find bombos too. We gotta find that bombos in order to get that ice. We got to find bombos. So where is bombos gonna be at? We have to continue the trolliness of Deceit, it seems, to find bombos in a very unusual location. Trying to see if there's some way you can squeeze a triple dip out of this dungeon somewhere.
Well, that's Desert Palace done for AA. That is one of the red crystal dungeons here. So, meanwhile, let's get a count going. That's a guaranteed, and let's see if we can get some counts going. There is one.
There you go. See, you had to start counting. Alrighty. 2 hits in.
For those just joining, we are, of course, counting the number of coin flips that go not in your favor, if you will, as Aghanim, after the first attack of each cycle, has a 50-50 shot of actually shooting something you can actually damage him with, or shooting what is known as a blue ball, such as that.
Not happy about that.
The bane of any NMG run, Aghanim blue balls.
I'll tell you.
Looks like 3 is the magic number for this, and Aga down for Hippo. Let's see how quickly it takes for this ocarina to get collected from Hippo's side of things.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, so one of those segments required to get this Master Sword pedestal. We're starting the process, having that flute access now. It might not be wasting any time. Of course, obviously a big advantage having fast travel. So as of now, AA does not know that Fire Rod is on pedestal. So then that lack of knowledge could be a hindrance right now.
As we all know, knowledge is power, and right now Hippo quite powerful at this point with this knowledge, and going to go ahead and pick up This flute, ocarina, whatever you want to call it, it's now in Hippo's possession.
Indeed it is. Some kind of instrument. But you'll probably go ahead and get that thing active ASAP. Here we go. Head over to Kakariko Village, get this activated, and then of course AA gonna open up Turtle Rock. And that's about it until we get the Red Cane that's not too far away actually. Then there in Hookshot Cave.
Okay, all rise, face the north, and salute.
Just so beautiful.
Tear to my eye every time.
You know, last time I was playing this in my stream, I had a couple people said that is actually their ringtone on their phone right now. So it's pretty cool.
Looks like we're going to get a Desert Palace play out of Hippo as well. Hippo really looking for Bombos at this point. That's pretty much a pedestal mode, if you will, for Hippo at this point.
Pedestal mode, I like that. Yep.
Unfortunately, the goal is to defeat Ganon, not Master Sword Pedestal.
Killed the pedestal, eh? You know, I was discussing something about the randomizer. Uh-oh.
Chat correcting me, indeed, the bow is going to be required as well. That's, tally that as one of my many missed calls, too soon to follow.
Oh yeah, we gotta find that bow. We need that bow for Eastern for sure. We were discussing about randomizer. Of course, we know we got a version 30 of the logic coming out, soon, but we're talking about this new mode about pedestal randomizer. As in, can we just randomly place the pedestal somewhere else in the game? What do you think about that one?
It's going to probably take the remainder of the seed for me to fully process the implications of that. But in the meantime, while I'm doing that, AmazingAmpharos is going to go ahead and take the dive into TR.
I don't know about this one, man. We might find Bombos. That'd be pretty cool to find Bombos up front. Uh-oh. To restart that again. This is the gambling portion of the seed right here, the run. No guarantees. We obviously cannot possibly clear it because he doesn't even know Firewise even on the pedestal yet. So these are the gambles that can make or break the race here.
And Chain Chomp's taking a little bit of umbrage on this little early visit from AA here. Let's see what we got in the Chain Chomp chest.
We on green mail here, so we cannot be getting by those.
And TR just keeps baiting at this point. Let's see if anything comes out of this.
There's nothing fun about going deeper and deeper. Doing this gamble, especially not having fire rod for the, the right. Oh boy, it's a big one there. It's going to end up really well or just pure disappointment here. Genty, this guy. So. All right, let's see what happens here. Hippo continues his way through. The dungeon here.
There's
desert.
There's a mail upgrade for AA in the Vanilla Big Key location. That's certainly appreciated for further TR help. But unfortunately, even with that, going to take a death at this point. Or that may have been a death warp out, actually, now that I think about it. Without the mirror, no Mimic Cave. So that's a well-executed exit out of TR at this point. Going to get all that you're going to be able to get out of there for now.
Yeah, well, maybe that's what he hoped for sure. No progression, but it happens. All right, Hippo, on to our boss fight here. Of course, with this, a little too far from him.
Let's go ahead and see what Spike Cave has for AA as Hippo defeats Lanmo with very little difficulty with Gold Sword.
And there you go. Blue King to finish it off. And Spike K rewarded you with money for your journey. So here we go. The plays here. Hippo going to head into the Mire Swamp area. And we're going to go see, first of all, what medallion we need. And I believe that was Bacon over there. The Tilda.
So that adds yet another thing on the list to get this pedestal revealed.
Boy, we are on a hunt. Man, isn't this interesting? We need all the medallions.
All medallions, all dungeons. Let's just keep it going. Just get
fantastic.
everything.
We have to, oh my goodness. We need Ether to get into Turtle Rock. We need Bacon to get into Mire. We need Bombos to axe to get through Ice, because the fire rod is stuck on the pedestal when Ice is a pendant. Joy! This is the seed that you just, oh man, this is fantastic. I don't know how often this happens, but it seems to be very, very infrequent that these runners encounter a seed that is just as heavily required as far as item acquisition is concerned.
This is a seed that's going to require a lot of skill and knowledge of the game, and luckily these two are have no shortage of either of that. So these players certainly have what it takes to complete a seed of this magnitude. So
you know what?
Let's just sit back and enjoy.
And I tell you what, hey chat, aren't you glad you all chose to watch this race? Yeah, you thought that other racing night was hype. Look at this son. We got a hundo rando seed. What's going on, man? Tell you. You know what? I was concerned about how can we top what's going on tonight. You know, all the hype from previous races tonight, and I think we found a way to do that.
Certainly got the makings of it for sure. I'm just along for the ride.
Oh, indeed. So of course Hippo doesn't have bow, so we're not going the right side here. Again, pot is a crystal, I'm not sure I say a pendant dungeon, but we do have a ton of items in here. And we do have hammer, we got lamp, so pretty much everything is accessible except for, you know, those bow locked areas, and that's a nice little prize.
Hey, that's a nice little mirror you got there, Hippo. Very nice.
This little shiny object there, so that's cool. So pending us finding some flippers, we can take. You can get into swamp here. We got things like the ledge accessible now.
And it looks like we're gonna see some potion glitching here.
There's this hackback man stuff going on here.
Hippo using that cape because the potion has to actually do something in order for this to work. And wow, that's 2 races in a row we see a potion glitch, people.
So with the help of using a potion and some fancy camera shenanigans, we basically despawn those enemies. The game thinks they're gone and the door opens and magic. Again, not required, of course, but these runners don't have time to do things as intended.
So that bow-locked boss key, not a problem. Hippo going to go ahead and clear as much as can be done in this single trip. Unless a bow is found here, it's going to be a double dip, but all the same, that execution of that minor glitch, much to Hippo's benefit right now.
I'm telling you, man. Well, I tell you, if we find the bow in here, I tell you. So A is coming back from his save and quit here, and let's see where he's headed to. He's headed to the left here.
Probably going to cash in on that agate trip at this point. Going to get that flute.
To the left side he goes. Into the dark maze area. A is going to get his musical instrument in just a few. All the times you didn't want to see a big 20 there. Yeah.
Still a couple of checks left here. Let's see what we got in just another piece of heart for Hippo. Let's see what we got in the big chest.
Last but not least.
No, I think that is actually least.
Yeah. Well, bankrupt for him on that one. We'll deal with that later when we find ourselves a bow. In the meantime, he's going to take flight and we're going to head away from this place. And so he's going to head. I'm going to go back into the dark world here, in the portal. So, man, we got a lot of things here. You know, this is going to be interesting because we got a lot of things we got to find here. Obviously, we need the bow. We got to find the bow. We got to find Bombos. That's the only medallion that well, Bombos and Bacon. We got to find both of those at some point. And flippers. A lot of required items here still in play at our end.
Yep, looks like Hippo going to go ahead and start checking the mirror required locations here with K45 first on the agenda.
Definitely smart. Get that item and make those checks. And we found the other male. So we know where both of them is. One male sitting in Turtle Rock and the other one sitting in K45.
And I was thinking we were going to see a shovel dig there, but not so, says Hippo. We're going to move on. Looks like maybe a Bombos tablet check. Did he already dig that spot? I don't recall.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he did or not. But regardless, we're not going to see it right now. I tell you that. Because we're going to go over here and check this Bombos tablet and see what falls from the sky here.
Okay. And hey, there's some bacon for you.
Isn't it interesting? It's not even too far away from. What is this? It's just right outside again.
And given that Bombos location, that bacon is probably extra crispy. Just the way I like it.
Nice and crispy. I like my bacon crispy. So he's going to go ahead and head into Maya and get her done right now. Again, this is required because of the fact that we need to get the fire rod off of the pedestal. And of course, this is one of our pendants. So we're going to go ahead and knock it out, find the two items, and get that pendant. Yeah, crispy. You got to use the back of your throat when you say it, crispy. You don't see the R. Crispy.
No, it's W, clearly.
Yes.
And Hippo probably wanting to find a bow in these two items here in Meyer, but just the ability to go ahead and get this dungeon out of the way, regardless of its contents, certainly a nice for Hippo at this point, for sure. Meanwhile, we're going to see a check of the back of skull here for AA.
I haven't seen this one. Yeah, it'd be nice if Hippo can manage to find maybe Bo and Bombos. That would be a nice little pairing there. Or maybe Bombos and, I don't know, Flippers. The item-saturated swamp palace. So far, Mirror was found inside a pod. All right, AA is making his way. He's probably going to head into pod himself, it looks like.
Certainly has the makings of that. And hey, there's some flippers.
They're sitting right there in there. So there you go. So just as I was saying, it gives us access right now to Swamp. Again, 6 items in Swamp. Maybe one of them might be Bombos. Find Bombos. We can take care of Ice and get that other pendant we need, or the second one for Hippo anyway. Again, AA still going on that knowledge. He does not know yet that he needs to do that pedestal. Boy, that knowledge, man.
And to think, we were excited when all 3 crystals were in the light world.
Oh yeah, the troll came really quickly after we discovered what was going on that pedestal. Telling you, just when you get your hopes up, man. I think you're gonna have a nice, easy Dark World.
Yep, the fake jet seed kind of gets you every time. Without that fire rod, Hippo having to use the lamp to do this room the old-fashioned way here, pushing those blocks aside, getting all those torches lit, and a cutscene later. Gonna see what's in that vanilla big key chest.
Yeah. For those who didn't know, this is a pedestal seed, and this is an Aga required seed. And for the heck of it, hey, it requires all medallions too. I mean, it requires quite a bit of stuff.
So much for Randomizer with that vanilla big key location in Meyer.
Yep. All right, AA is also going around, so we might see some fancy stuff on his screen as well. If you missed it on Hippo's side. There we go. See if we can get it. I tell you, these players. There we go, 2 for 2. All right, so Hippo's making his way, getting near the boss here. One of everybody's favorite bosses, right? I'm sure we all love this one.
Huge shout out and kudos to both these runners for successfully executing that very nice potion glitch on both sides there. So we'll see Hippo gonna encounter Vitreous here shortly. Don't believe Hippo checked all the possible item locations as of yet, so I think he's hoping to get the second item out of Vidi.
Yeah, he didn't make his way over to the big chest side, so a little gamble here, trying to save some time if possible. And want to go sort them out here. And oh boy.
And that pays off. That is both items for Hippo, both blue boomerang and the flippers, along with that required pendant.
Mm-hmm. So there we go. That's his second pendant, which we definitely need. One more. But we can't get that one until we find that ice rod. So looks like from a progression standpoint, looks like we're going to do Turtle Rock and so probably Skull Woods a little later. Of course, we'll probably do Skull Woods right when we get it because we'll be right there to take care of the back half.
Absolutely. So with those flippers, it looks like we're going to see Swamp Dive here. Out of Hippo, understandable with so many items contained in Swamp Palace. It's likely that one of the items is going to be something you're looking for. At least you hope so, anyway.
You know, we could find a lot of stuff, man. You know, in a perfect world, because the seed is obviously perfect as designed. You know, but we can find bombos and ice rod in here, and the bow. We can get those 3. If we get those 3, is that go mode? It could be. Well, once we get the fire rod, we'll have the access to get the fire rod, should we say. But we'll definitely be ready to really get the seed done with at some point. It could happen, eh?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I mean, we've seen some very, very packed locations earlier today. So the Swamp Quest begins, and here we go. Of course, guaranteed key in the first chest, no matter what.
And that's a heart container and checkerboard for AA. Gonna go ahead and forego that. Let's see what we have in the first Location, there's a compass. That means there's guaranteed to be an item in left side now.
Yep. No skipping that this time. Let's see here. I love this. Left side, man. I tell you, Vamos is not here, man. Oh, man. Yeah, a lot of people asking what's on the pedestal is Fire Rod. Fire Rod.
Yep, and Fire Rod is going to be a requirement with both to clear TR and Skull Woods. So that means we got a pedestal seat here.
Yeah, and just FYI for those who may be confused, why is Bombos needed? Well, Bombos is needed because Ice Palace, first of all, Master Sword pedestal is Fire Rod. Ice Palace is a pendant. So our only way to get past that first rim is to have Bombos. That's the only alternative item. And we need Fire Rod because obviously we have to clear Skull Woods, for instance, which is a crystal. So put them all together and they're all required. Alright, it's a hippo. Proceeding towards the boss here. You guys gotta have Fire Rod for Turtle Rock, obviously. It's always required there for since that is a crystal. I already saw one dip in there on one side, but unfortunately can't clear it.
Well, there's the Quake Medallion for AA.
2/3 of the medallion quest done. And
there's your Bombos.
Well. So that is definitely required. Just what we were just talking about it.
So that puts Ice Palace into the picture now.
And man, so rare to require all three medallions in a seed here.
And AA making the play into Meyer despite not knowing that that pendant's going to be a required item at this point for AAs. Now, this actually helps because that item being on Vitreous, that may lead AA to go ahead and take care of Vidi, where in other scenarios he may forego that.
Yeah, that's really luck of the draw how those items placed. That would be a tragic mistake if he left. Yeah, man, A's been yes, man, because A is there actually not for the same reason. He's on a hunt for items here.
Make that 2 items in left side now. Well, possible big key, but 2 locations that will possibly lead to a location on left side for Swamp Palace. We'll see if Hippo does a 180 and goes right back in there to collect those.
Yeah, when you're missing a couple of things, you still need, you still got to find Ice Rod and Bow. So definitely would not be wise to skip these and leave them behind. So A picks up those slippers as well. One of the 2 items. Of course, the other item being on Vitreous, which is the blue boomerang. But more importantly, picking up that additional medallion that he needs. Or should I say pendant? I'm sorry, pendant he needs.
Little does AA know at this point that he does need, for sure.
Yep, because that'd be just as, unfortunately, with him not knowing it, that's just going to be his first one, Meanwhile, Hippo, once he gets through ice, he'll have all 3 of them. Well, actually, he'll have 2 of them, should I say. Yeah, he'll have Pod to take care of.
Still on a scavenger hunt for that bow to get that elusive pod clearance to get that Fire Rod. So it's all eyes looking for the bow, and as far as Hippo is concerned, may want to go ahead and clear what he can, but really, outside of he can't. We got to find this bow pretty pronto at this point. Yeah, because everything else is locked, but either behind Fire Rod or by that bow.
You know, unless we happen to look up and find it somewhere in ice here, which who knows? Maybe that's the route it's going to send us to, unless this left side doesn't pay off here. Let's see.
Oh, and AA is not going to invest the time to kill Vitreous.
That is not going to be good.
This is all due to the lack of a ped check from AA.
That's amazing. That's amazing, man. You know, and the thing is, the pedestal check is just something that a lot of times you just don't do it. You know, you know, if you may check it when you're in the area, but sometimes you just don't know. You don't have the means to check. And you definitely had the means for quite some time, but was there a couple times, but just did not make that check. And so, oh boy, I'm not sure how much he's going to be able to do without that knowledge right now. Again, going to head into swamp, fall behind Hippo's steps here. And so Hippo's gonna go back here and check the big chest, and that's gonna be it for him. Let's see what it is. See if it's worth the effort.
Yeah, kind of was. Yeah.
There's that ice rod. Again, we do need that for Turtle Rock. So definitely a required item there. One of the 4 that he needed. Well, the counting down, we're down to just the bow now. So he's going to probably head into ice now, get his next pendant, and if he lucks up here, he'll be able to find bow if the way the items have randomized.
I'm struggling to think where else it could be at this point in time.
Yeah, we're running out of checks here, man. I mean, if he finds the bow in here, that means he can go to pod, get hit. Well, first of all, we can finish up pod, get that last medallion. That gives us Sashra Hashalahala, just in case something is there. And the bow could be on him for that matter. Well, that actually can't be there, but it could be something there. Maybe a slight item, I don't know. But other than that, man, we've got bow and fire rod. Fire rod on the pedestal. We get the bow, and that's probably it. We can take this seed to town and actually get through this massacre. You know? But right now, AA, that knowledge is really hurting him by not knowing that Master Sword pedestal is required. And Hippo was looking really, really favorable here to possibly take this 2-0 unless AA makes some amazing comeback here, I tell you. So if Bo is not here, then that may open it up for something else. Whatever's left. I mean, it's not much.
Right. There are some mirror chat doing a lot of work for me, and it looks like we've got some mirror locations that have yet to be checked by Hippo, such as Graveyard Ledge. Mimic Cave comes to mind as well for something particularly cruel.
Yeah, that'd be pretty nasty because, man, AA would have to triple dip on that.
Well, is that even possible? Well, that would require you to be able to, and no, that actually wouldn't be possible, actually, now that I think about it, because you need the fire rod to get those additional keys. So, but would he be able to? He has the mirror, so,
Yeah.
This is getting beyond my pay grade.
I tell you what, it's very, very likely logically that the bow will be in here. Again, 3 items in here to find amongst all these locations. A lot of keys and, of course, map and compass. So yeah, Fire Rock, yeah, but yeah, bow on Mimic is, yeah, I don't think we have enough keys to even get there. Can they get that far? Let's see.
I think the only reason AA couldn't is because AA didn't have the mirror when he did his TR dive. So unless I'm missing something here, I see no reason why it couldn't be Mimic Cave. Again, that would be exceedingly cruel, but that seems to be the name of this game. So why not? Let's just keep this. Let's just see this thing through to its logical conclusion.
That's definitely the theme of this seed here. So it would be unsurprising, but we'll find out. There goes one of the checks right there. Just a blue rupee there. So again, dwindling down on locations as well here in ice. I'm sure the chat wouldn't mind if Mimic had the bow. They seem to be those who love those very, very sophisticated seeds, right?
Well, this seed has been basically everything Twitch chat could ever dream of made real. So hey, let's see if we can't keep the dream alive, fellas.
So here we go. Here we're gonna make his way back to the other side here. Let's find the map there. The casual hundo randomizer seeds. Gotta love it. All right, so A did check out that left side there, and of course, it's going to be to get the ice rod on that first visit as it just picks up. So a hundo seed is just kind of a short way of saying that they basically obtain nearly 100% of all the items. So hundo being a shorter way of saying 100. And mainly because this particular seed is warranting having to get a lot of stuff that's typically not typical for a randomizer. Having to do all the dungeons, which is pretty rare to have a seed that requires you to actually kill all light world and dark world bosses.
Yeah, usually one of the fun parts of Randomizer is getting go mode with a number of dungeons left, so you can just breeze right on by them. We're not going to have that luxury for the most part in this one, I'm afraid.
Yeah. You know, right now, since we are still missing one item, again, well, for Hippo, he's got to find bow. So he's not going to have the luxury to skip item location because any one of those locations could be that bow that's required. Once he finds that bow, that's it for him. You know, all he has to do at that point is just clear out the pendants to get the fire rod and take care of any remaining crystal dungeons, and that's it for him.
And so far, all Ice Palace is paying out is all of 25 rupees. So, and it looks like Cold will have that last item. So, gonna need to take care of Cold Stare, which with a gold sword, blue mail, and 14 hearts shouldn't be that tall of an order for Hippo, but all the same, that last item going to be sitting in Cold.
Interesting enough, man, another pendant dungeon with a crystal on the boss here. Fortunately, AA dipped out before he got that pendant, so he'll have to take that another chance in there. So Hippo going to bomb most the first phase, and we'll probably hope that the bow is going to be the reward for this. What a nice fight there.
Yeah, I hope you didn't blink. You just missed that Cold Stare fight, and it's just some blue goo from Cold Stare to go along with that blue pendant.
Boy, I tell you, the color sync in the seed is amazing here. So 2 of the 3 required pendants, you don't hear that too often, required pendants obtained there, 1 left. Of course, that one is currently bow locked until we find it. So we've got to start thinking about these locations here, these out-in-the-way locations that have not been checked, like the ledge. We don't have many here. This is also a good portion of the game when you're in a situation like this, you got to keep track of what you've done. You know,
Absolutely.
where you haven't been, because it's easy to omit one single location. You think you've been there and it kind of slips your memory.
Yep, this is the part where if you're not a veteran of the rando, you might begin to start doubting, well, did I check everything? Is there something obvious I've missed here? Am I just really... But no, Hippo's being rather thorough here. Just a handful of locations left unknown at this point. Hippo going to go ahead and check this one spot in Skull Woods. We know it is going to be a map, but Hippo going to go ahead and make the play for there first. Going to move right on to the graveyard ledge, I would imagine, quickly afterward.
Yeah, ledge seems to be the play. You know, we've already taken catfish. We've taken care of catfish. That's out of play. And the ledge of the pyramid. Side of the pyramid is no good. We don't have the means yet to get. Can we get? I don't know if we have access to the Fat Fairy. I don't think our crystals are.
Nope, it's bow locked.
Yeah. So very, very minimal locations here, but we're going to probably find it very quickly. Unless, lo and behold, the Mimic Cave. Oh boy. The things I try to forget, but it might happen. Chris doing that check a bumper, seeing just a bomb capacity upgrade up there. Yeah, we've already checked Dig Spot there. Dig Spot was no bueno. Well, we're gonna go check, which is a very, very probable location here. A lot of people in chat are talking about it could be here. Let's see if Graveyard Ledge pays off.
Speaking of paying off, we've got King Zora about to get paid off here, 500 rupees from AA, and we'll get a randomized item, and it is going to be just some love.
No fun there. It'll be fun on Hippo. Oh, Hippo, just big 20 there. Uh-oh.
Options running kind of thin here.
Oh boy, and we're gonna take flight here, and Hippo's like, uh-oh, is it gonna be up here? No, let's go back down to 6 here.
I believe Hippo did not check checkerboard on the first Meyer pass, so I think that may be what he's gunning for here.
Yeah, that's all he had left there. He's already taking care of the shed. Oh boy. We're going to complete the true circle of trolldom and put, oh my gosh.
Meanwhile, AA diving yet into another pendant dungeon. Also an item on the boss here, so AA may be incentivized to go ahead and full clear this, despite not officially checking PED yet.
Yeah, this is the dungeon. You just don't want to if you're going to go in here because of how complex of it is, you don't want to leave here without getting all 3. You know? Oh boy, AA.
If it's been a Gina's cave this whole time, no. Okay, it's just a shield.
Yeah, that's the worst scenario, man. The worst feeling when you have the access of a location from the jump and you just don't check it. It's just sitting there. All you need is a bomb. And Hippo is going to... it's not going there. What does he have on his mind here? He's going to go back in the dark world here.
Going back to Village of Outcasts, I'm trying to recall. Did he not do lumber?
We got peg? Maybe peg. Did we do hammer pegs? I think we did that. It's been so long ago. Look, if I'm not remembering, I hope he remembers.
For his sake, especially. It looks like, where are we going here, Hippo?
Do we have our dig? Well, let's see. We did.
Oh, we never did the blacksmith chain. Okay.
Well, unfortunately, this won't pay off. It'll help him reduce his location checks, but not going to be what he needs. Of course, in the meantime, while Hippo's not going to find success on this little adventure, AA needs to make sure he does not leave here. If AA leaves ice, that's not going to be good. It's going to be 2 double dips, at least just on 2 of the pendants alone. And of course, man, oh man, yeah. Sasha Rahala, or Sasha Rahala cannot have both because we need the green, which is part of Pod. And we need Bo to get to the boss in the first place, so can't have that one. I think Hippo's trying to do everything he can do to avoid possibly Mimic. Just gotta get him low on checks here. Yep. Of course, the biggest downside right now is AA does not know yet that pedestal is required. AA has not done a ped check, something that Hippo has done probably a good 40 minutes ago. But AA does not know. AA unfortunately dipped into Meyer and did not defeat the boss, which is required because of the requirement for that pendant. So it's a little unfortunate for A right now. Yeah. Of course, Hippo's still gonna find. He's still looking. He's headed over there. He may realize, you know what? I've got to get this done. Of course, we could always throw in a little. Oh, look, the chat is already beating me too. I was like, we could always throw in a little sequence here a fetch quest. Yeah, Ether. Yeah, we've already taken care of both of our tablets here.
Yep. Ether was a piece of heart, if memory is serving me well. It looks like, and the Hippo is resigned to the fact that its TR dive is in the works.
Yeah, so here we go. Oh joy.
This just makes this especially tragic as AA was just a mirror away from making a godlike play for this seed.
Yeah, and let's hope, assuming there's no other unchecked location, this is going to have to be something that's going to lead to the bow, if not the bow itself. You know, we still have that whole mushroom powder, stuff out there, but boy. So again, that's not having fire rod. Forget about the right side. And again, Hippo does have an advantage, as you just heard CDV say. Hippo can make that extra check that A could not. It might be the game breaker here.
And if it is, it'll be a backbreaker for AA to boot. So we'll see what happens here. We're just a few rooms away from revealing the contents of the Mimic Cave. Everything else up to that point is known from AA's previous venture into TR, which had to be cut short.
Yeah. So here we go. Of course, A is going to get the boss done, something that I'm glad he did not skip. Of course, he's going to get his third item as well, but of course, not what anything else is going to help us, but at least get that very, very important pendant. And of course, another good fight as well. Keep him trapped in that corner. That next gold sword action. Man, if I could just think about, if I could just go into the mind of A now, what he's thinking. I'm very, very curious.
Hopefully, we'll get the luxury of learning that after this seed. It may be, oh crap, is this really a pedestal seed? Is maybe some variation thereof, possibly. And we may be, nope. I was thinking maybe A was going to learn the bad news once and for all here, but it looks like just yet another dive into the dark world.
Yeah. Now he might mirror back up here. Let's see if he's going to go north. No, he's going back south here. So he might be going to check that mirror location. Go down and check the ledge as well. Meanwhile, Fire Mario on Hippo's side about to go make that check. Will Mimic Cave prove to be another important location in a randomizer seed? Something that has never happened before, I'm sure. Here we go. Oh, and the stream cut out. No. And
there it is. There is your D. There is your O. We can finally clear Pod and Eastern and get that fire rod that'll allow us to clear Skull. And oh yeah, Turtle Rock as well.
What a mess. So we had a double dip in Turtle Rock required. Oh man, throw this in the trash can and dig it out and give it to somebody that you love. Tell you, man. So once we get, well, I mean, in theory, I guess we kind of almost in go mode. We still got to go pick up the fire, I guess, for a quote official go mode. But nevertheless, he can just go through these dungeons now. So of course, the first thing to do is to take care of our last pendant here for Hippo, giving us access to the Master Sword pedestal. Well, the pedestal, get the fire rod, which obviously we can take care of Skullwoods as well as Turtle Rock. And after that, and we're going to take care of Eastern here while we're here as well. All dungeon seed. All 10 of them.
And now AA is going back to the basement that was left uncleared previously. This is desperation right here. Unfortunately, it's not going to pan out. But this is AA doing. Basically, AA was committed to this hopefully not being a pedestal seed when they bowed out of Meyer.
You know, is this a backfire? Because, you know, AA broke logic to come up here the first time. It didn't have that fire source. And I don't know, man. It may have been a bad thing because Hippo did not do this early. Man, oh, man. It's a tough one here. So A is probably going to take care of this, and hopefully it'll register to him to go over to the right and check out Turtle Rock, man. That's going to force a triple dip for him, though, unfortunately.
Absolutely. And at this point, it's just going to be one after the other dungeon clearance for Hippo. It's just a matter of the order. We're going to see the Pod EP combo platter here from Hippo. And I imagine we're going to see that Fire Rod pull out of the pedestal, a clearance of Skull, and then TR and on the route to Ganon's Tower. So it's just going to be pretty quick sequence here in that order from Hippo at this point. Meanwhile, it looks like AA is going to make the double dip back into Meyer.
Yep, that's unfortunate there. And I think he's probably realizing, I think I messed up.
I mean, if anything else, there's an item still on Vitreous. Little does he know that's not what he's looking for. He's looking for the other thing that comes with a boss kill, and that's yet another pendant.
Yeah, definitely something you didn't want to. You need to go get it, but unfortunately, we know the results. And of course, Hippo's going to take care of that boss.
Yep. 17 hammer shots and a well-placed silver arrow, and down goes King Helmasaur, just like that. And here, have some arrows to go along with the one that you just shot into my face.
Yeah. So for those who missed it, Bo was in Mimic. AA did do an early visit to Turtle Rock, but did not have Mirror. And so unable to make that check, which Hippo just did not too long ago now. And of course, he's taking advantage of that newly acquired bow to be able to clear both Eastern and Pod. Both required. One for access to the pedestal and one for access, obviously, to Ganon's Tower with the other crystal. Man, this is like one of those Plando seeds, man. This seems to be so unusual to happen randomly, man. It's just, whew.
That's certainly one word for it. Cruel and unusual are a couple more that I might use as well. Wow.
Yep. A Pod dip, because Mirror was originally in Pod. And Bo and, oh boy, what a mess.
There's the big key for AA, unfortunately, and is on the way to use that big key. Yep. Eventually.
Yeah, this is one of those things, man, and it's a shame it happened, in this kind of race. It's looking pretty favorable for Hippo right now. Again, just not having one item, and that's kind of what a lot of these races come down to, that one item, and of course that item being, in this case, that mirror, as if the seat wasn't enough frustration in the first place, requiring you to clear through all the dungeons and get all the medallions and stuff, but that mirror definitely a hold up for A right now.
And no risk of running out of arrows here for Hippo. There, down go the Armos Knights once again. Hope you didn't blink, and that's yet another crystal out of Eastern Palace for Hippo.
Yeah, those silvers. No issue on that fight. So right now, Hippo just needs to take care of Skullwoods. They'll probably go to Skull. Well, actually, we're going to go up to Skullwoods right now and pick up that Fire Rod off of that pedestal, the Master Fire Rod. Not just any Fire Rod here. All right, so he'll get this and then just mirror back and take care of the back half of Skullwoods, and then head over to TR, and then Continue on to take care of the pig.
That's what this is all about. And after much toil and trouble, we're finally seeing that end in sight for Hippo, at least.
Yeah, man, this has been a siege wall. If you all have missed this, I know I'll recap it because this is just a very rare seed. For those who may be joining a little late and not trying to figure out what in the world happened. The biggest issue that happened was the fact that we realized that it looked joyous when we had all the crystals sitting in Light World, until we realized and we did a pad check and saw that one fire rod is sitting on the pedestal, as you're about to see in just a few moments. And Meyer was a pendant, and the flute was on Lumberjack. And that started the whole chain reaction here.
And there's a bomb tribute from Hippo, quite understandable. Normally, Mario only needs 2 item pickups to be able to shoot fireballs. This Mario needed about 100 minutes worth of item collection to be able to perform the same thing.
Oh boy. As a Mario speedrunner, I found that most enjoyable, I must say. So we're officially now in go mode for Hippo here with that fire rod acquisition here. We can quickly take care of the back half of Skull Woods here.
Not a moment too soon, I can only imagine, in Hippo's mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think AA probably will realize by now that I think I probably need to take care of some stuff. This might be a pad here. Meanwhile, Fire Rod plus half magic. Not too much here. And of course, half magic, Fire Rod, Gold Sword. I mean, definitely a trivial fight there.
Yeah, that's the silver lining, I suppose, of 100% seed is unless Ganon's Tower is become an armory, you're going to be pretty loaded as far as items are concerned. So all these boss fights are going to be, in a word, trivial.
Yeah, definitely so. So Hippo's going to take flight. We're going to head up to Death Mountain and take care of Turtle Rock. Again, we've been through this already, and
oh no, A is going back for a Mimic Cave. Oh no.
well, he'll get an item he needs, that's for sure.
I mean, I say oh no just because I just know how awful he's going to, is going to result here in the next few moments for AA. Just being one item away from being able to get this check an hour ago, roughly. That's some salt on a very gaping wound.
Yeah, double dips are already like that in the first place, but the duration and, you know, I think every runner in this tournament, and probably anyone who's even played this casually on your own streams yourselves, you have that moment, that one item that you just kind of forget about, or you don't have that one item, you're like, God, where was it? And unfortunately, it happens in a tournament race, which is just not good, especially when you're down, 1-0. But that's the way it happens, man. It happens on the good side sometimes, and sometimes it happens on the bad side. Sometimes both runners have the same problem, But but unfortunately, Hippo looking like going to be in a good mood here. He's going to go and get this key over on the right side.
Yep. At this point, it's just collecting the necessary keys. I don't believe the big key has been collected as of yet, so it's just a matter of getting those required keys to get to Trinex and giving Trinex the business.
Mm-hmm. Yep. This was a pedestal seed. This was an Aga seed. This was an all dungeon seed. This was everything. This
was a seed, no question. Gonna do a nice little burn a dash here to get past the roller room there, and there's the bow for AA.
And maybe if we're lucky, we'll be able to find the mushroom and the powder in the gauntlet. Unfortunately, we saw the red boomerang. The red boomerang was in the digging game, so That'd be unfortunate. No 100% item collection.
You asked for this, Twitch chat. I hope you're happy.
I know, right? I don't hear no complaints about this one. And what you should do, honestly, if you haven't already, make sure you give these two a follow because, you know, they had to endure this kind of seed. You know, this doesn't happen often. And like I said, it's much more comfy here on the watching, spectating side than to be on the playing side, I must say. Oh boy! Now they want more of this, but I'm sure they, you know, you see this. It's like going on a cruise ship and you get a balcony room. You never want to have an inside cabin again. So once you have this as a seed, you don't want to have any of those like super speed jet seeds anymore, now, do you? You get it?
Thought you were gonna say it was a cruise ship on Carnival. Anyways,
do I see some hostility against Carnival here?
Anyways, we see Hippo progressing onwards towards Turtle Rock and to Trinex and the end of this merciful end of this seed.
Oh boy. I'm gonna get CDB a coupon for a free cruise on Carnival, y'all. He don't know it yet.
Hey, I'll take it, man. Beggars and choosers.
Oh boy. So here we go.
Hippo going to go ahead and get that full magic refill. Very nicely collected there. Nice little guaranteed magic pot there. Dashing past the this precursor to the laser bridge. Going to need to get one small key out of the laser bridge here.
Make them walk all the way down to the bottom?
Almost.
Oh, that poor last chest. Untouched. Poor guy. But not needed. So here we go. We're going to wrap up and get this 7th crystal here. And then the chat will have a chance to win something for playing a lovely game, weren't they?
Oh my gosh, yes. You mean they get to spam numbers, but there's a reason for it?
Oh my goodness, can you believe it? A whole bunch of grown adults just typing numbers in the chat. What is this world we're coming into? I mean, wow. Like, wow. And Hippo making quick work of Trinex here. The chat's very, very eager here.
And there is Trinex down. No problem there. Mario going to go ahead and grab the spikes since he can. Get a mushroom because why not?
It makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
All right, as we were just alluding to, the big key guessing game for Ganon's Tower is underway. Feel free to throw out a number between 1 and 22 as to where Hippo will locate the Ganon's Tower big key. If you are a subscriber to any of the Speed Gaming Network channels or have donated a minimum of 250 combined bits, you are eligible to have your correct guess stored in our leaderboard for posterity. And once again, this is an exhibition, no actual wagering, please.
Now, if you're smart, you'll simply say that the big key will be found in location 06 because that's obviously the winning one.
Well, if you're really cruel, you're going to say 22. I'm going to go with 5. I don't know why, just a number that came into my mind. Let's see what happens.
Here we go, in we go. Now we're going to start off by going anti-Beyonce to the right. Here we go. Let's see what we're going to get on chest 1 and 2. Oh, Babby's second shield, eh?
Oh, they grow up so fast. And it looks like Hippo's going to make the play towards right with that small key in the first 2.
There we go. Ain't nobody got time for tile room. Oh boy. Alrighty. 2 rooms away. So if you all said 3, 4, 5, or 6, get hype. If you said 1 or 2, thanks for playing. You lose, good sir and ma'ams. Alrighty. 3 is a loser. 4 is not a winner. 5 is not a winner. And I am not a winner. I bow my head in shame. You lost too, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, that seems to be the way of things. Hippo now getting that key before on the way to the left. To the left.
Mm-hmm. All right, torch number 7. Just the key. We'll definitely pick that one up.
Good knowing you, Bob.
Yep. Bob is tot. Alrighty, making our way up. Here we go for 7, 8, 9, and 10. 8 is great. So if you said the number 8, guess what? You have this one amazing necessities, which can be redeemed at your local U.S.-based Toys R Us.
Oh, indeed. Very nice. And it was actually 9 if we count the torch, it seems. So there
sorry,
you go.
I can't count. My bad.
Number 9.
I'm an applied math major, not basic math. Sorry.
There you go.
Can't do simple math. 8 was not great. Go sit down.
Got him. And there's the fire rod for AA. And it's, some consolation there, I suppose.
Yeah, I can't imagine his mindset is too family friendly right now. I'd be frustrated myself. Just ugh. Man, oh man. Sometimes this shows you how much important a pedestal check can be sometimes. You know, a lot of us skip it, but that knowledge was definitely not something you do not want to have this seed. Definitely a big issue. So Hippo continuing through the gauntlet here through our ice rooms here. About to go to our land mode fight in just a few seconds here.
Yep. Anyone not familiar with Rando and wanting to learn, this is how you want your gauntlet to look. Basically, helps to have Silver Air's gold sword as well, but this is what your gauntlets will look like after you've done it for about 100,500 times.
I'm telling you, man, optimizing gauntlet rooms, I cannot do it myself. It's just impressive to watch. I mean, it's something that definitely requires you to practice. Awesome, like that simple little 3-shot. It looks so simple, but man, I couldn't get it to save my life sometimes. It's just, and I'll never get this room right. A block to get the 3, you get the upper right one or upper left side, depending on which way you go it. But very, very impressive to see this done fast. I think they actually had a leaderboard for who could get the gauntlet the quickest, actually. Which I didn't know that actually even existed. All right, so AA is going to take care of this simple little moth.
And down goes that moth for AA. Hippo just a few rooms away from Moldorm 2, then Agatu, and then on to the Big Pig. And really, what I'm just coming to realize is, barring something unforeseen from Hippo, this is still going to be a sub 2-hour seed for Hippo, which, given the circumstances, is nothing short of incredible.
Yeah, it did not seem like that initially, with the amount of work required to even get to this point. But thanks to us literally running out of locations to check, we kind of were forced to it. So here we go. It's time for Aga 1, and let's see what happens. Or Aga 1+1, should I say. Man, I tell you, that basic math is hard, man.
Preaching to the choir here. Let's see if we can count these orbs. It looked like maybe 2. I couldn't tell. At least 1 there.
Yeah.
That was a single for sure.
And they're gonna show a triple there.
If they landed right, and they're down. Aga2 goes for Hippo, just shy of an hour, 53 minutes, and 30 seconds, entering the Ganon fight, giving a couple of post-match pokes to the skull of Aga there.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, let's take down the pig. And upon completion of this, unless something catastrophic happens right now, it looks like Hippo will probably take this 2-0. Let's see what happens on our fight.
It's way too late for me to consider that at Ganon. Thanks.
Alrighty. Phase 2. Again, the fight goes very, very quickly with having that gold sword. Tell you, man, night and day between the Master Sword Ganon with no silvers versus this kind of fight. Alright, just about wrapping up phase 3 here. So for a sword glitch here or a torch glitch, and who needs that anyway, right?
Certainly not Hippo when you got silvers, that's for sure, and half magic to boot.
Yeah. I gotta watch out there. I don't know where he is. But no issue. One more silver and that would be it. And assuming he doesn't fall off the ledge here, Hippo will have this match in the bag and will be victorious in this top 16 matchup. So GG to Hippo, everybody. GG for Hippo. Congratulations. He is going to take this 2-0 against AA.
Most fitting post-game message of all time. Thank you, Seed. Oh, never. Oh, even more so. There you go.
Bonus content, eh? Too good.
So officially, Hippo finishes with an SRTV time of 1 hour, 57 minutes, and 27 seconds. Kind of got off to a little bit of a late start as far as SRTV is concerned. Regardless, Hippo is going to take this series 2-0 and move on to the quarterfinals of this tournament, facing Gerdo in the very next round.
Mm-hmm. Man, oh man, this is one seed that he won't forget, I tell you that. He definitely will not.
And let's see if we can't bring our victor on board here. We are joined by Hippos. Congratulations, and congratulations on advancing to the quarterfinals. Well done.
Thanks. I just wanted to show off some Mario power right there.
I am glad that you did that personally, more than anyone else probably in the entire chat. So thank you for that. I do appreciate it. I'm sure you also appreciate this lovely seed that was given to you, right?
Gentlemen, behold, I present the worst seed in the world.
Would you consider this the worst seed you've ever played? I mean, how often have you had a seed that requires you to clear all dungeons?
I mean, that happens every now and then. It was just how, so you find the fire rod and go, oh, that's awful. And then you have to go into the place where you know the fire rod's supposed to unlock for you, as far as about this, you can go without the fire rod to go find the stinking bow just to come back. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was quite messy to put the bow in there, and oh my god, I'm sorry too. Just like the game is, whew.
What's especially notable is that AA actually did a dive into TR without the mirror and was just a room away from being able to get that bow, but without the mirror, Mimic Cave is out, and that was all she wrote for AA in that trip. That was particularly cruel of a result.
I think if he gets that bow much earlier, if he comes with the mirror the first time, it's probably a completely different race.
Yeah, it's really interesting because one thing that you had that he did not have is that you had that knowledge, knowing that you had to do. It was a pedestal seed. You found that out very, very long ago. AA never knew that. In fact, he went inside of Meyer and did not beat the boss. He bounced out early, and hey, known that would not have happened. So they even put even more time between the two of you all.
Yeah, that's it's kind of a crappy situation. I don't blame him for the play, and I mean there was no reason to stick around in blue pendant mire or red, whatever it was. If you find an item like flippers, it unlocks a lot of stuff, and you think, okay, that's what I'm looking for to go make the progression I need. And yeah, I don't blame him for noping out at all.
Yeah, I think any person would have naturally done that unless they knew they had to clear it. And fortunately, as CDV said during this race, knowledge is power on this one, and that definitely gave you a big advantage over AA. We should make sure you all get more of these kind of 10 dungeon seeds here. The chat loves them.
At least someone does. Our last race was pretty awful too. So, and I was complaining about that, and now I'm starting to regret it.
Dude, you've got 2,000 people who were just thrilled the fact that it was an Aga seed, it was a Ped seed. Oh man, I think chat love. Hey chat, didn't y'all love this? I did.
Normally, I would say it can always be worse. I'm hesitant to say that after the seed. I'm going to be frank.
I have a feeling the chat was also here for the commentators too. If I had a guess.
Dude, I don't know. I mean, we could have enhanced the seed a little bit more by making it, I don't know, maybe some fetch quests combined with maybe a double dip or a triple dip, you know? I don't know, but yeah, it was quite unique, I must tell you that. And congrats on getting through it, man. People were thinking this was not going to be under 2 hours, and as CB was saying prior, it's pretty impressive you still got through this in 2 hours, considering how this stuff placed out for you.
Thanks. Yeah, I think, like you said, if I had put off that check until later, it was probably going to be right after I did that ice play and started kind of cleaning up some of my extra overworld locations. Mm-hmm. I probably would have noped out of Mire at that point too. So yeah, I'd be probably in the same boat that AA was in. So that made a big difference.
Yeah, what was your mindset when you're realizing that I don't have this bow, and like as far as locations to check, you know, you're thinking about those mirror locations, like okay, we're down to like graveyards. Like when did you realize, okay, I gotta go to Mire, I gotta go check Mimic?
So I had 3 locations left. I had Spike Cave, my old cave, Catfish, and Catfish, and then Turtle Rock. So I thought, oh man, I bet you this thing is gonna put like something leading to the bow in first chest of Turtle Rock. I didn't think it was gonna go all the way to Mimic Cave. That's kind of insane. But the route was going to be checked. That was kind of the bet. Out of the 3 places I had left, I said, you know, it's probably best for me if it's in Turtle Rock, because it's less likely to be where he goes or where anybody wants to go, frankly, especially if we know where the fire rod is. So I thought I'd check that first, come on out, go do Spike Cave. And then, you know, if it was sitting at my old adversary, the Catfish, then, well, that's just the way you lose seeds sometimes.
Yeah, that happens, man. But sure, you handled it well, I tell you. Let me put it this way: from all your games so far in the tournament, would you consider this to be probably the most trolliest seed you've had in the tournament so far?
This has to be this or my race in the fall tournament versus Gyarados, where it was blind pull for the book on the pedestal that was kind of gatekeeping everything in the middle of the seed. Those would probably to be my 2 worst.
Well, speaking of, you mentioned Gyarados. That's who is next on the docket for you here. So we got that to look forward to in the upcoming weeks here. Allow me to take this opportunity to give a huge shout out to AA for going ahead and seeing this through to its finish here as AA is proceeding towards the end of Ganon's Tower here. Mad props and huge respect for AA. AA, huge contributed to the community as this rando, as well as the 64-bit version of Zelda rando as well, and huge respect for seeing this through. I would not have faulted him for a second to walk away from this thing. So again, much respect and GG's to you both.
Oh yeah, definitely indeed, man. It's always nice to have these people that keep this community alive with their knowledge of programming and stuff, and it obviously means good times for us, man. You got thousands of people watching every week, watching these randomizer races, and very, very lengthy tournament, man, but obviously good watches. We're sitting here, you know, late night Sunday, early morning Monday, depending on where you are, just enjoying a lot of good races that's been going on today, man. And this one did not disappoint either, I tell you that.
Yeah, I'm really glad, and I'm looking forward to racing Gyarados. It's kind of funny that my path here seems to be my old group of death from the fall tournament, and we're all kind of facing each other again. It's kind of cool.
So are you going to take the W or what?
Against Gyarados, I'll never pencil myself in as a winner against that matchup. So.
Oh, boy.
Well, the more things change, as they say. Best of luck against Gyarados and in the rest of this tournament for you here. Congratulations on being one of the final 8 in this rather stacked tournament here. We still have one quarterfinal left to be determined. If you were not aware, we had a draw earlier this afternoon. If you have not watched the VOD, I highly recommend you do so. It was truly a classic between Andy and Zero Rush, to be sure. And this was, I didn't expect that we could hold a candle to it, but the seed was had some other plans, evidently. So congratulations once again. We have 7 of our 8 quarterfinalists set, and we have much more racing to come here. Stick around after this. There is a minor announcement that I have been told to provide to y'all at the end of this. So if y'all are about to leave but want to stick around, there is going to be a little bit of little nugget for you. So just food for thought.
There you go. So here we go. AA going to take off and take care of Ganon as well and get rid of this unique seed as well. But yeah, definitely great content. Haven't watched it, make sure you do. Oh my goodness. Tournament canceled due to lack of interest. Hilarious. Of course, what I said before, make sure you follow these 2 runners here. Gotta make sure you do, man. These top players provide you great content, and I'm sure if they're gonna be streaming this, you don't want to miss them playing this and amongst everything else that they play on their own stream. So
Yeah, the least you guys could do after subjecting these guys to the seed of your dreams is to give them the follow they oh so desperately deserve at this point. So feel free to go ahead and give them that follow. See the links there in the chat. They deserve probably a lot more than just the click of a follow button, but we'll start with that for the time being, guys.
There you go. So hey, getting it done. Pig is down, and A is done with this lovely seed, and probably might want to get a drink after this one. Tell you.
Trying to see if I can we can bring AA on. I'm not sure if he is available for post-match commentary. I would not begrudge him one instant if he decided not to prolong this any further than necessary.
Just delete this thought from the brain. Oh, well, never mind. Guess we're going to talk about it. So we're going to get AA in here as well to discuss his thoughts on this seed. AA, GG to you. How are you feeling, man?
Okay, give us a few moments here to get this all straightened out.
Just a little, just. He's like, man, sorry, we had to censor that text for broadcast. No. We got a little technical difficulties here. We're working on it. He's okay. He's alive. I promise you. He did not perish. He's still here. That wasn't his answer. I hope not. Oh boy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had my mute button hit. Man, more problems in this scene.
I thought you were just censoring it for the sake of the chat. You know, I might have some little kiddies watching here, so, but...
What I actually said is, I've had a good 10-15 minutes because of the stream delay to reflect on this seed and all the choices in my life that led me to playing this seed. And, there's only one thing I would have done differently, and it probably would have made me finish even slower. The only thing I felt that was a mistake, given my knowledge at the time, was after Hera not going back to Mimic Cave, which was honestly me just forgetting Mimic Cave was an option. But if I'd done that and gotten the bow there, then I would have beaten Eastern without pairing it with Pod, check Super Bomb, probably knowing my luck, found I could fetch quest for nothing, and then done all the same things anyway.
Oh my goodness. Well, that self-diagnosed commentary is fantastic right there, man. That mirror, man, that's what we were thinking that, oh man, that one check. It's that one check that you always think about, oh God, Mimic is Mimic gonna have something in. Oh man. But let me ask you this, man. When was that moment when you realized, oh dude, is this a pedestal seed? When did that happen for you?
So, I'd been thinking about the possibility of the pedestal honestly after my dip into Turtle Rock, just because I was missing so many items and the number of spots in the world was small, and I pretty much worked out, once I found the ice rod, I was like, yeah, this is probably not a pedestal seed. As soon as I find the fire rod, then I 100% rule it out. Then
Yeah, that one thing that happened is that Hippo did a ped check very early on, probably not too much after we got the book. And I was like, ugh. And then when I was like, we weren't sure how you were thinking when you hopped into Mario, but when you left Mario early, I'm like, uh-oh, he doesn't know yet. And that knowledge, man, that just seemed to hurt you a little bit, man. Those seeds, this kind of seeds, man. Would you rate this on like one of those, like, I would never want to play this kind of seed again level?
I mean, I don't generally mind playing seeds that are bad. Like, it's unfortunate because I lost by a lot, but it's kind of what it is. Like, most of the time, checking pedestal waste time doesn't save it. Mm-hmm. You can pair it with Skull even if you're going to ped check most of the time. It'd have to be something really trolly like Fire Rod on the pedestal, right?
Yeah. Fire Rod on pedestal. There's something you don't see every day. Well, I tell you what, man. Nevertheless, man, you all definitely got through this seed quicker than a lot of people in chat thought. Just on the sheer number of fact that it was an August seed, it was a pedestal seed. You had to find all the medallions because of the way the things worked out with Fire Rod being stuck on ped. I mean, it was quite interesting to do this all dungeons randomizer, this new tournament that we're starting today here. But I
mean, this seed not only had the big trolls, it had the finer trolls too, like the cape in a mire shed that just, led you to run up to Bumper Cave and just find nothing. I mean, just little things like that were peppered throughout to just make the seed a little extra spicy.
Let's not forget it being a burn a start, meaning bombs were hard to find as well. It had all the hits, if you will. And it was... I was glad to be in the booth for this one and not having to perform it, because I wouldn't have held a candle to what you guys performed. Nicely done, all the same, and my heart goes out to both of you for having to experience that. That's all. You know
what's actually really cool about that start though? So Burna plus Hookshot for Escape we had as a combo for both of our races, and that's really a very exotic combo of items to do Escape with.
Yeah, it was interesting enough, talk about Escape, Hippo stayed in logic, well, at least for a sword, because you went to Death Mountain early and picked up those 2 swords, so you had that sword advantage there. Hippo was, going around for quite some time before he got his first sword. He was just trying to trickle on with his hammer and his hook shot. But I'm telling you that I would see it mid up eventually as far as sword levels, but boy, that hammer and that hook shot. I like that combo personally. I don't know. I like it. It's pretty cool combo, honestly. Hammer very, very destructive, but oh boy, man. Are you gonna go get a drink after this one, man? Do you need to like just take a vacation for a couple of days and just get this out your mind?
I mean, I don't drink, so no real relief.
Dude,
The relief,
so we can go have a glass of milk together. What? Let's go hang out.
the relief I get is the fact that now I'm eliminated from the tournament, and I'm not gonna play this randomizer probably for a couple of weeks. So there you go.
I'll be doing it in 2 days. I'll give him 2 days.
As someone that has experienced that is more of a prize than getting first in this thing, in my opinion. It's just having that weight off your shoulders and just being able to sit back and enjoy what happens to progress from here. So yeah, enjoy your well-earned rest. It is much deserved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been a long tournament, man, and for some it's still going on for another few weeks, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I didn't practice at all for this tournament. I didn't really deserve to win. Hippos, I know, has been grinding this thing pretty hard, so good games to him, and good luck in the top 8.
Yeah, top 8 coming soon, you all. One more little tiebreaker to get taken care of, and then we'll have those top 8 identified, and then even more good stuff will continue on.
Yep, and just to round out, we have, of course, what we've just determined here. We're going to have Hippo versus Gerdo in the first quarterfinal match. We are also going to have Christos Owen and Kyung 92. And also have Gem versus Pink Kitty Rose. And the eventual winner of Zero Rush or Andy facing against Gloin. Those are your, well, I was going to say Elite 8, but make that Elite 9 for the time being. But those are going to be your quarterfinal matchups. As of right now, Christos and Kyung have scheduled their matches for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The rest have yet to be determined. So be on the lookout for that for your quarterfinal action in this tournament.
Mm-hmm. I still think they should settle the tie by doing GoldenEye 64 slappers only. I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, well, let's run that by the admins after we get out of here. What do you say?
I call Boris.
Everybody's trying to get Boris. What is this? That's so good. All right, so hey, I think that'll wrap it up for us. Wait, we have special announcements, don't we? Special, oh my God, get comfy and listen announcements, right?
Yep, I was passed a little bit of a notice here. For those of you interested in the Link to the Past Randomizer daily races, Speed Gaming will be bringing those back soon. And if you are interested in that, head on over to the Discord for Speed Gaming for any and all more information. That is literally the bulk of my knowledge. Do not ask me any questions. That's literally all I know. Take it from there as you will. Thank you very much.
Just when you thought there wasn't going to be any randomizer to watch on Speed Gaming. There goes our productivity again. 24-hour races. That would be pretty cool. 24/7 racing channel. I'm just saying.
I mean, about a year ago, that was about my racing ability. But anyways, any final thoughts, guys, before we go ahead and tie a knot on this thing once and for all?
Not really. I mean, this was the seed everyone dreams of. I hope that Twitch chat was the winner today.
Yeah, Twitch chat always wins. They're always the winners.
Yeah, game is rigged in their favor. What are you going to do?
Ah, Lordy. All right, Hippo, any final words? Or Hippo he's on celebration right now. Or recovery, one of the two. Maybe both.
Yeah, well, it's been an honor and a pleasure to commentate, John. And hey, I've been along for the ride, and what a ride it has been. And shout outs to Cyber Chaos XR Tracker. A lot to track tonight. No small feat to track this one, and done wonderfully. Thanks a lot for all of your efforts as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. Thank you all for sticking around with those little early race issues, getting people on sync here. Everything was worked out. Appreciate your patience. Obviously, we all appreciate you all watching. And of course, there's more stuff coming on. It only gets better here. Top 8 about to start in just a little bit. And of course, as well, an honor to commentate along with CDV. And with that being said, you all have yourselves a great week. If it hasn't already started. And of course, check that schedule for all the good stuff happening on Speed Gaming between the Zelda randomizers and all the other stuff, we've got Mario 3 Rando, Mario 3 Warpus. We've got Mega Man 2 randomizer turning starting up. There's actually I think it was actually a preliminary race going on today to kind of show it off a little bit. So that's coming along as well too. That's a really good one too. Mega Man 2 Rando. Just when you thought we couldn't randomize anything else, man, there's another tournament starting up as well. And of course, all the other good stuff going on Speed Gaming. So check out that schedule, all right? So with that being said, have a good night, everybody. Check out that VOD from the top if you missed it. It was on Link to the Past Randomizer channel. ALTTPR Rando. So go over there and check that VOD in case you missed it. And of course, check out the time when it gets announced as far as when they're going to do their rematch or their race tiebreaker. Could be good stuff. So have a good night, everybody. And we'll see you all next time. Get out, please.